it's pulled at the back there.
Yeah.
If you can see. Let me get a torch on it. Hi YouTube, I'm That Girl Biker and I video my life on 2 wheels and put it online for you guys to watch. So today's going to be a little bit different. So the original title of this video and what we were going to be doing today was watch me service my new bike. However, I have just noticed a nice juicy oil leak on it. So I've had it sat on the side stand in the house. I noticed after a week there was no leaks. Then a day later, when I went to move it, there was a little bit of a leak on the mat. This is on the side stand. So I thought it's maybe just like old gunk from, you know, the road. Everything's just been sat for a while. I took it for a good run when I brought it home. So maybe I've just jiggled something about. So I took it outside, give it a bit of a scrub. It is looking a lot better. If you saw me my previous video of me scrubbing it, this is a million times better. I've had it in the house on a side stand. There's been no leaks. I've just put it on the paddock stands, and now within a couple of minutes there's a big leak. And no, I haven't done it. Shout out to the subscriber who watched my video of me showing off my new bike and saying that I can't put it on a paddock stand because I don't have any holes for the bobbins. And this subscriber kindly pointed out that on the paddock stand that I have from Ride It Right, they also provide the L-shaped ones for the swing arm if you don't have bobbins. And I don't know why my brain didn't put 2 and 2 together, but never mind. So thank you to the subscriber that pointed it out that I can use my Ride It Right stand with the L shapes to go under the swing arm. What an absolute shout. So let's get crack-a-lacking. I'll show you the leak. I need to take parts off the bike. We'll try and diagnose the leak. We're then going to try and fix the leak. And then we might get onto a service, but let's go. This is not the video I wanted to be filming, but we move. Yay. So we'll start at the bottom and we'll work our way up. So that's the bottom. It's dripping down the swing arm because it's pulling on top of the swing arm. It's running down the swing arm. It's pulling there. Can you see at the back as well? I mean, all that needed cleaning, but I couldn't actually get to that at the time because I was cleaning all the other muck. So it's coming off that part. And now if that's what I think it is, that shouldn't hold oil, which means it's something above that, because you can see a little drip there on that little, it's hard to capture on camera, and it's running down that, so it means that it's something in here. It could be an easy fix, it could just be a gasket seal that's gone, we're hoping. I am supposed to be on a ride tomorrow for, sadly, what we're calling a biker community, a last ride. So I would like to get it in a rideable condition, even if it's not completely fixed. I would like to get it on the road, it's insured and everything, just so I can attend this biker escort tomorrow. So yeah, let's see. So here goes nothing. First things first, we'll pop off the seat, which I am going to carve out anyway. Right, side panels. Screwdrivers. Phillips, small. Will that do it? No, large. One screw out, 2 bungs. 1, 2. Put that up there. Put that screw back in there so we know where it's from. So the leak's essentially there, which is where the battery is housed there, and it's pooling under there. So take off the little tray. Screws back in. This is something I always try and do as a general practice, is pop screws or bolts normally in the holes they came out of. It just helps, you know, if you've got different size screws that you're not, or bolts that you're not faffing around trying to find where they've come from. So I'll set that up there. We'll whip off this other fairing on the other side. Can I see anything? Also no. Now the issue is, to get this off, I need to undo the tank, which is fine. I can just lift that up to remove this panel. I think this is going to be quite a big job, you know. I love my life. Because all under there, so that's my hands, because I thought if I touch it like that, it might not have a leak on this side, it might just be this side, but it's, and that can help sort of figure out which side it's coming from, but that didn't work. Cloth. Unless I appreciate I should be wearing gloves, however, I really struggle working in gloves. Stinks. But you know what, it smells really fuely. Is that normal for a carb bike to smell fuely? Oh no, maybe if we get that off. Where does that bolt onto? Right the way back up. I need to be in here, really. So I'm just waiting for a video call, just with a garage in Lincolnshire, because I don't know anyone around here that I can just speak to and get help with the bike. So my issue is I don't want to start stripping it all down, stripping the wrong parts out, and it not being what I think it is. So here we go. Hiya.
Alan?
Right. Well, I was alright until this happened. So it's pulled at the back there.
Yeah.
If you can see. Let me get a torch on it. So my suspicions have been confirmed. So, and they've agreed this is what they think it is. So I'm going to start by taking, let me spin you around. Nothing's ever simple. So it's somewhere here, as we know. So I'm going to take this off. I might have to take that off first, take that bolt out, take this off, take it out and see if I can see anything. But because it's dripped there, look at my hands. because it's in there, I need to see what's above it that it can be leaking onto. So, like I mentioned, I have got that biker escort tomorrow. So, I do want to get it sorted. So, these are a godsend. So, you know, like doggy pads, puppy pads, they're great for absorbing any liquid. So, I'm going to try and get this off without having to take this off. Oh, air filter. So that's okay because I need to change that anyway. So we can tick the air filter off. Can I get it out? No. Gosh dang it. Right, let's have a look. Whoa. Is it oil? Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you heard it drip or saw it. I'm going to go that way a little bit. But there we go. Jeez. I probably shouldn't smell it like that. It smells so good. Yeah, so it's in there. So it's the bottom. Has it dripped down? I love my life. I don't know if that light will reach. Will that give me more light? Because what did the good Lord say? Let there be light. Wow. Jesus. Oh, okay, so that holds the air box, the air filter. So that is full. I'll just film it on this phone. Actually, no, I'll pull you across. Oops. So if you see, it's just pulled at the bottom. So I need to dry it and see where it's coming through. Because it's probably up there. Sorry, it's really hard to sort of capture. Awesome. All right. Let me get that wiped out then, I think. Look at that. Nice chunk of grit in it. Are we all clean? No. I don't want to put that hand in because that's dirty. There's always these 2-minute jobs of a quick service. But obviously I'm thankful for finding it because I won't want this just chilling and getting worse and whatnot. Right, so this is where we're at. So I've cleaned most of that out. There is still a bit and it looks like it's dripped down again. But when I shoved my phone in before, I only saw those two pipes up there. I didn't see that one, which looks like some sort of breather. Or like an overflow breather or something like that. So what I'm thinking is if there's engine oil getting pushed out there, that maybe my engine oil level is too high, which was not done by me, by the way. The culprit. And that's definitely just engine oil, that's not mixed with anything. It's not separated. So it could be my engine oil level, quite possibly. So I did notice that the engine oil was full. And it's full. So it could be that. Here she goes, strength. Jesus. How the hell? Right, leave it with me. We're going to try and wrestle this off now. But we are one step closer to diagnosing. Because if you follow that pipe up there, so that's the pipe I'm on about, that comes out and it splits two directions. One here, which goes into there, into the engine. So if it's too full, it can push up there. It's really not focusing, I apologise. And then one that goes down the other side. Let's check the engine oil, because I think that might be the cause. If I put them that way. Oh, there. Straight away. And we'll just... I think what we'll do is we'll just drain it out. Because that just doesn't look the one, really. And would expect that when I put a new air filter in, unless I do something with this, it's just going to happen again. If it is that. So I do always, I'll just put it on me, hey. I do always say that my videos are not a how-to guide, they're a how not to. When working on bikes, like the Gixxer, I did a rebuild on that. Was it last year? Back end of 2023 into 24. I did a real rebuild on that and I just used a Haynes manual. I don't have any sort of professional training. I don't have a Haynes manual for this one. So it is going to be a little bit more of a jittery video when filming things like this, because I am trying to diagnose something that I don't completely know the setup of. Obviously I can work bits out. Like, I'd like to say I have worked bits out so far, but I don't know every little bit and I can't research every little bit by looking in a book. So I may have diagnosed this differently to how some viewers would, and I completely get that. I've maybe gone around this in a bit of an awkward way. But please know that I have no official training for working on bikes. I just use a book and a bit of intuition and try and figure things out. So with that caveat there, I'll drain this out because I have got a new oil filter to go on anyway. And whilst I've got what looks like Dexter's plastic everywhere, it's probably the right time to do it. And then we can just sort of start from scratch, because I don't want to... See, I don't know if that's just... If it's full because it's set upright. But then it should be between the lines, surely. It just stinks. I'm already filthy, so I may as well do the service that I intended on doing, that I promised you I was going to do. Yay! The next challenge is going to be getting the oil filter off, because you can bet your bottom dollar that's not been tightened correctly, because normally, I think, is it 29 Newton meters you do the oil filter to, so I hand tighten a little bit more. I always use torque settings because I'm weak. So we're just jumping to me on voiceover. So this is the coolant, as you can see. So this, uncovering this has just made this service a massive job. I did start filming for the service, but I've got about halfway through and it was like 11 o'clock at night. So I decided to do it in 2 parts. It's not something that I normally like to do, but due to the amount that needs doing, it'll end up being like an hour-long video. And I just know you guys aren't here for an 11-hour video. So what we'll do is we'll sign off here, and I will post the part 2 in 2 days, 3 days of the actual service. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you taking time out of your very important lives to watch my nonsense videos. And I shall see you later on this week with the full service. And I think I've got grey hair now. Don't forget, like, comment and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.